It's a great day to be in the Bomber Nation. I'm here with Paul Rudolph. We got a lot going on here next week, Paul. This week, spring break, and then next week, we just dive right back in, it seems.
We do dive right back in, and it is a great day, without a doubt. So for next week, March 18th through the 23rd, Monday, we kick it off right after St. Patrick's Day with baseball and softball begins practice on the 18th, and then we have an elementary boys basketball game at our Redeemers at 4 o'clock on Monday. The 19th, we have a big music day with the Spring Carnival and concert. We have the carnival at 4 o'clock in the new gym where you can buy, little coupons or whatever, and then the kids can play games and things of that nature. They have a spaghetti dinner at 5:30 in the cafeteria, and then they have a concert at 7 o'clock in the old gym.
We'll hear more about that with Mrs. Helfrich here in just a minute.
Yep. And then Wednesday is a pretty normal Wednesday. We move to Thursday. We have a 6th grade science fair going on, probably in the cafeteria commons area there in the afternoon. I believe they're starting right around 1 o'clock, setting things up, and invite anybody to come and take a peek at all the different experiments that they've done and projects they've done, all that kind of stuff. The 22nd, we have pictures at 9 a.m. in the morning for athletic teams, baseball and girls elementary volleyball and boys elementary basketball. The junior senior banquet is Friday evening at 6 p.m., I believe. And then the 23rd, Saturday, is prom. And I believe the Grand March is right around 8 o'clock. That evening. And there's also a speech meet at our Redeemers on Saturday the 23rd. That is our week for extracurriculars.
All right, and next week we are still celebrating Reading Month. We're doing a dress-up week next week where every day we'll have kind of a theme. And Monday is Jersey Day. Tuesday is class sport day. Each class has chosen a sport, and so they'll dress up in their sport. Wednesday, referee day. Thursday is pajama day, and Friday, Bomber Pride. Also on Thursday is Rock Your Socks for World Down Syndrome Day. Yeah. And so we'll be having some cookies and different things like that. We encourage everyone to wear crazy socks on Thursday in support of people with Down syndrome. So there's a lot going on.
There it is, and it's going to be a mad rush to the end of the year because it is. I open my calendar and it's like, oh boy, here we go. We got this going. This is it's going to be busy. Once the 18th gets here, she is going to move.
Well, that's when track, softball, baseball, golf. So many different things, all the elementary sports. It's just a madhouse at that point, and we'll be at graduation before we know it.
We are going to be. That is a fact.
All right, so lots going on in the Bomber Nation. We've got a great episode here for you today. We're going to hear from Mrs. Donna Helfrich. She's our music teacher talking about the carnival. We are speeding our spotlights today as Gunnar Deaver and Cooper Bradall, so stay tuned for some more great stuff. Welcome back to the Bomber Buzz. I'm here with Mrs. Donna Helfrich, our music teacher. It has been a big month for music.
Yes, it has.
So last week we had quite a bit going on. On Wednesday, you took students to Minot State.
Yep, to the Region 8 Large Group Festival.
And what were they doing out there?
Each group sang or played 2 songs, and there were 3 judges that listened to them and gave critiques.
Okay, and how did the students feel about their critiques?
I think pretty good. We improved from last year, which is awesome.
Okay, so is there like a ranking then that you get?
Yep, star being the best, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. And the band and the girls' choir each received a star and 2 ones.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
All right, so then Wednesday we had Minot State, and then just to fill things up with the week, on Friday was the Lewis and Clark Music Festival here in Berthold.
Yes, for grades 5 through 8.
And so tell us a little bit about that festival. Like, how did that festival come about, and how long has that been going on now?
We started in the year 2020. And it came about because I used to take kids to Mohall Music Festival, which was becoming more and more challenging with just getting accompanists and kids up there. And so I just decided, we decided as a district, the 2 music teachers, that we would have our own little festival here. And it's been great.
Yeah, so that's a whole day thing, right?
Pretty much, yep.
And we had 2 rooms running at the same time, pretty much the whole day. Mm-hmm. And it was grades 5 through 8, right?
Yep.
And so how do you feel that day went?
It went crazy fast, but very good. Yeah, the kids, they just really perform well. They listen to the judge. They are very polite, and they always do better than they do in practice.
Yeah, well, it's such a nice thing, too, that it's our own Lewis and Clark thing, and our kids get to hear one another, and we kind of blend together. And now that was band and choir.
I did have some solo singers, yep.
All right, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
So, full week last week. Next week, we got a pretty big deal coming up on Tuesday, right?
We do.
All right, so tell us about the Carnival Music Festival.
It's our second annual. We're making it an annual thing. It's a nice fundraiser for us. We're doing a carnival that goes from 4:30 until 6, and a spaghetti supper from 5:30 to 6:30, and then a concert at 7 o'clock featuring the band and choir.
That's great. And what can we expect? What does the carnival, what can we expect from that?
Fun and games.
Awesome. Can't go wrong with spaghetti.
Yep. The supper itself is free will offering, and then the carnival is $20 for 25 punches.
All right. So lots of opportunity to come and have fun and support music. And then capped off with a concert.
With a great concert.
And is that band and choir then?
Yep, and we'll be playing and singing the songs we did last week at MSU.
All right. So we get to hear the pieces that they performed for Minot State here.
Yes.
So what kind of pieces might we be anticipating?
The band is playing a march, which is always fun. And the choir just has a couple of Latin songs and just some beautiful music.
All right. Well, I am very excited for this concert. Come on down. Make sure that you play in the carnival. Have some great spaghetti supper. A really great evening capped off with fun music. Our band and our choir is so great under you. We appreciate everything that you do. Come and support music. We look forward to having you all out here on Tuesday. Mrs. Helfrich, is there anything you would like to add?
Nope, just it's we're also working on festival, actually, solo and small ensemble festival, so that's going on at the same time, which that's coming up in April. So
and the tour.
Yeah.
All right. So this is not the end of music for the year. There is lots more to come. Well, thank you, Mrs. Helfrich. Next up, we have our senior spotlights with Gunnar Deaver. With Gunnar Deaver, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself and his journey through Berthold School to where he is now. We're excited to have you here, Gunnar.
Without a doubt, welcome.
Thanks.
Well, we get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself, or maybe a favorite family activity.
Well, I'm Gunnar. I'm 18 years old, and my favorite family activity would probably be hunting or fishing with my family members.
Hunting or fishing? You guys got a favorite spot?
Nope.
No favorite fishing spot? I mean, Lake Darling, Lake Skakuya, Partial Bay, Van Hook, what?
White Earth Bay.
White Earth Bay.
Probably.
Okay. How about tell us a little bit what you were like as a child? What do you hear from your parents or your grandparents? What do they tell you? What were you like?
I was a goofball. I'm like
a goofball?
Yep.
A goofball. Elaborate for us.
I just goofed off a lot. Probably did some things I probably shouldn't have done, but it is what it is.
Okay. Have you changed?
Yeah, I've matured.
Yeah. Tell us how.
Well, I don't do the things I did, like climb on counters anymore,
Climb on the counters and
jump off them.
jump off, and so you had a little bit of exploratory.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can hang in there with the force, so to speak.
Yep.
So your whole career has been spent at the Berthold Public School.
Correct.
What? How have we done? Have we shaped you?
Oh, yeah.
Molded you in the right direction?
Yeah, I've really grown to love small communities.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, growing up in a small community is where, like, everyone supports you because it's just a small community, small town. You don't have, like, a big city like mine where there's 600 kids in a class. You get, like, 18 to 20.
Yeah. Has it done anything else to help you grow as a person?
It made me appreciate the small things in life.
Yeah, just now the same stuff, huh? What's the most important lesson you've probably learned while you've been in school?
Treat others with respect, and they'll treat you with respect.
Okay.
Why do you think that's important to know, or why would that be important maybe for your underclassmen to know?
Because no one likes to get treated bad. No one likes a bully. Bullies, I don't like bullies.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's agreed. Okay, let's go the Berthold Public School still. What's your happiest moment or one of your most treasured, let's say, happiest moment you've had?
Probably football or sports in general. Just football with Rudolph. I guess he really made me enjoy the sport more. And before you know it's over.
I know, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you do, you think you just started to, like, okay, now I'm starting to learn how to really do this thing, and then all of a sudden they stop you from playing.
I know.
It's one of those things that you wish you could mold that into all the young kids so they understood that better, that all of a sudden it's over. 8 games a year or 9 games a year goes pretty fast.
Would you say, is there like a single game that sticks out above the rest for you?
This year probably would have been Central McLean. Even though we lost in overtime, it was still a really fun game.
So what about that game really stands out to you?
How active the crowd was in it, and how Lane Evanson, the announcer, got the crowd into it. And the Friday Night Lights just adds a whole nother level to it.
Yeah, it does.
You guys were playing really hard that night too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Isn't that crazy how you look back at it and it's like that one pass that changes your whole thought process at the end of the game. But then when you look back on it, it's still one of your funnest memories.
Yeah.
That's why you can't always take wins and losses. You got to kind of you deal with the flow, and you should be when you walk out of something and you know you did your best and you played as hard as you could. That's the things that you take from experiences like that, without question. Okay, well, we kind of did, but tell us something you failed at, but what did you really learn from the experience?
Probably, I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I can think of a couple to help you out.
Let's hear it.
Well, I mean, just basketball your senior year in general.
Yeah, that was...
Right? I mean, there's a lot of tough
time
there, right? But at the same token, we learn quite a bit about ourselves.
Yeah.
It's usually in those toughest moments when you
face adversity.
Exactly. When you still got to lace up your shoes or pull your shorts on or whatever analogy you want to use, and you still go out there to compete, and I mean, it's just the way it is, right? And there's certain times you're going to walk into a job or walk into a day of work and it's like, oh my God, I got to go do this.
Yeah.
And you're going to remember, well, how do I get through it? You pull your boots up and let's go.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot different there, right? Where you fail at something and you still learn from it. Okay, what's the most proud moment you've had, Berthold School?
How I've grown as a person and really grown to how my parents want me to grow into a good kid.
Yeah, you know what I like about that answer the most? Is that obviously if you can say that, how you've grown as a person, you've been able to self-reflect then, basically. You can look in the mirror and go, you know what, man, I was not right here. That was not the way we should have done things. And I think that says a lot about yourself and a lot about your folks.
I think teachers in
general,
too,
correct.
absolutely agree that we've watched your growth. We were talking pre-interview about Gunner as a 7th grader versus Gunner as a 12th grader. And it's been a real delight watching you kind of mature and grow into your own and get that sense of where I feel like you know who you are more now.
Yeah.
That's a good metamorphosis, yeah. What motivates you?
My family and my faith. in
Family and your
Jesus Christ.
faith? Huh?
My faith in Jesus Christ. I've pretty much grown up in a Christian church, and I really bought into how the earth was just not put there. Then my family, they always want me to do my best whenever I can.
Good.
That support means a lot.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can answer all these questions, right? And when you come back to the family aspect of it, it's pretty important in the growth. How's that saying go? It takes a village.
Right.
Yeah, it takes a village to raise people properly, and I think that's something to be said, right? Teachers and classmates. How do you want to be remembered by them?
A good kid with a good attitude, never angry. Oh, I don't want to teach this kid today. I want to be remembered as this kid was fun to teach.
Yeah, same guy every day. Be a good guy every day. Good. Something that we may not know about you.
I did not dye my eyebrows for the people that think I did. I was born with dark brown eyebrows. I've always had people ask me, "Did you dye your eyebrows?" I go, "No."
Oh, excuse me, that was funny. So you never dyed your eyebrows? You never went just for men on the eyebrows?
No.
Huh?
No.
All right, all natural.
Okay, that's a good one. You got any advice for we're going to do this twofold. If we could sit you down with the 7th and 8th graders right now, what advice do you have from them as they prepare for their high school years?
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it?
Goes by really fast. It was like yesterday I was just walking in to be a freshman. Now I'm a senior.
It does. Okay, how about if we walk down to the other end for like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, 6th grade? You got any advice for them?
Do your best at all times.
Best as you can. Future plans?
I plan to attend BSc this coming fall for agronomy. And then once I graduate college, I'll become an agronomist somewhere.
All right. Good. Staying with the agriculture.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy how the small towns, they breed the agriculture. Nothing wrong with that. That's good stuff. Sounds good, Gunner. Well, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Pretty harmless.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
All right, that was Gunner Deaver. Coming up next, we have Cooper Bradall for his Senior Spotlight. We are here with Cooper Bradall on our second segment of Senior Spotlight for today. Welcome to the Bomber Buzz.
Yeah, Coop, great to have you. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, we've been in Berthold for as long as I can, or my whole life, and came here a long time ago, and we got a ranch, and we farm, and that's really about it.
Yeah. You guys got an activity a family activity that you really like doing or that you always share?
We like showing sheep. We like going around the state and going to other states to show sheep and show off what we produce. Yeah,
kind of the state fair. That's what was in my head. You can't when I think of go by the sheep barn, it's like to me it's almost like, well, there's the Bradall I'm going to run into somebody in there for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. We'll always be around.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there like a season that you follow, or is it kind of year round?
Yeah, it's from the start of the summer all the way sometimes into the fall, depending on the shows we decide to go to.
Well, tell us a little bit about what do your parents tell you about what you were like as a child?
Oh, I was the kid that was reckless and didn't really care what happened to me, and I did whatever, and I never had the attention span to pay attention to something. And I mean, we talk about state fair, and I mean, I was in the barn maybe for half an hour a day. Everyone's doing work. I'm always doing something else, going to find something to do.
Checking things out. Yeah, I got to be a little exploratory.
Yeah, I got to go see what's going on somewhere.
There's just something about that resonates with me for you. I can see that as perfect. You feel like you've changed?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've matured, and that's obvious. I used to be this kid that was reckless and kind of did the dumbest thing on the block, and I've definitely toned that down as I've gotten older here.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. Whole career at the Berthold School. What's something that you feel like kindergarten to right now? What has the Berthold School done probably the best to help shape you?
It's really taught me just the little things in life, because we're all small classes, and none of us we're not in big class like Minot or Des Lacs. We got 20 kids, so it really just helped me show to appreciate the friends that you do have and the people that are around you.
Yep, for sure. Any lessons from school that you think you really picked up on?
Just being kind. I mean, it's always been something that teachers and people always bring up and they try to push around here. And it's really just, over the years, I've definitely gotten better with it, because I don't know if I was the nicest person back in the day. But
yeah. Well, I think we could all attest that we probably were a little bit more rugged growing up. And there's certain things that help shape you without a doubt. Well, that's awesome. I think that's spectacular. Happiest moment of your career, kindergarten through senior. What's the thing you remember the most? Like, you're going to walk away 5 years from now, you still remember. Best experience you had at Berthold School?
Probably making the playoffs first year you were here. I mean, there's nothing more fun than that.
Yeah, that was pretty fun, wasn't it?
That was pretty exciting.
That was, yeah. Oh, also the district championship this year for girls basketball. That was some of the most fun I've had in a student section with.
I thought you guys were great, not just for the whole tournament. I thought. I mean, that was pretty cool. That's one thing that sticks in my head just this year. I thought, from a school-wide atmosphere, I thought you guys have done a great job. From all the people at the Hay and Harvest Bowl, that was a loud night, boy, in a small town, and you guys at the district girls tournament. I thought that was fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move on. Failed at something in your school career that you think you've really learned a lesson from, or learned from that experience?
Probably just, this is going to be straight up, it's going to be, got to be just schoolwork in general. Because, I mean, I really slacked there for a while, and I kind of pushed stuff off, but over the years I've gotten locked in more and more, and really trying to get myself up to that standard that I know I can be at.
Yeah, well, I think that's great. That's awesome. You got a proud moment?
Probably most proud of placing in state at wrestling would probably be one of the most things I'm proud of. And then just the changes I've made in how I act and stuff.
Well, that's fantastic, because that was a heck of a tournament you put together, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, from kind of where your senior or your junior year had been going, and I mean, that was a heck of a tournament. Great accomplishment. I would agree with you. Anything what motivates you the most?
Probably, it's a deep one.
It is. Oh, I agree. Because this can go all kinds of directions.
But probably what motivates me the most is just trying to be the best person I can be, and trying to become a better person every day, and just being the best I can possibly be.
Good. That's awesome. Okay, teachers and classmates. How are they going to remember you? What do you want them to remember about you?
Probably want to be remembered as someone that could make someone smile, as in jokes or something like that, and then a good person. You know, who doesn't want to be remembered as a good person?
Good. Okay, something that the community or your classmates, or definitely Mr. Jenkins and I, might not know about you, but yet it's fairly common.
I mean, I don't know if there's much people don't know about me.
You're an open book.
I'm pretty open book. I mean,
Well, we learned one this morning. Like Gunner walks in and he says, "I have never dyed my eyebrows."
and he's got them dark eyebrows, yeah. I mean, it's probably brought up once a year that those eyebrows are.
So nothing. You got. I mean, you're. The other one was the President's Chef. That one got me too. I think that was Peyton that brought up that one.
What's something we might find interesting about you then?
I mean, I guess I like to cook sometimes. I mean,
Really?
most people, I guess, wouldn't know that about me.
Okay, I like that. So what you got a specialty, like a go-to?
Not necessarily.
If Cooper's cooking at night, what could we expect?
I think, me personally, I think I make a pretty mean cheeseburger. Okay. But, I mean, I can kind of make something out of nothing if you need to. And my spaghetti was pretty good back in the day, but I haven't made that in a while.
Okay. Go-to spaghetti or cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Okay, two parts. Bomber Nation, you're walking down and we're going to grab the 7th and 8th graders. You're going to give them advice. What advice do you give them about their high school career?
Give it everything you got. You know, you're only here for so long, so you might as well give her everything and just really try to be the best you can. Also, get in the weight room because football.
I agree. How about if we walk down and grab the 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade or 6th grade or whatever? What would you tell them?
I'd tell them to enjoy it. I mean, elementary is probably some of the most fun you're going to have, and it's not there forever. Enjoy recess because, I mean, that's gone real quick, and you're going to miss it.
I agree. How about what future plans you got? What do you got in store? What can you tell us?
Plan on becoming an electrician, getting my apprenticeship, and doing the 5 years, and then eventually owning land and or getting my own ranch.
Oh, okay.
Running
You gonna stick
cattle
around
and
this area?
Oh yeah, that's plans.
Yeah.
We hope that.
Do you got a place in Minot or no? You were gonna do it with Rackness, weren't you?
Yeah, I talked. That's one of the places, and then there's Wheeler Construction that's offered or have been in talks with.
Okay. So one of those two places, more than likely, you'll kick off with and stay there until you finish your apprenticeship and then go on. Well, awesome. We appreciate it. Mr. Jenkins, you got anything else?
I don't have anything. Anything you'd like to say to the Bomber Nation, Cooper? Last words.
I don't think so. I got anything.
Well, thank you, Cooper, for joining us today on the Bomber Buzz. I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Bomber Buzz today. If you enjoy this podcast, go ahead and like and subscribe to us. We're available now everywhere that you want to hear your podcasts. You can find us on our website. We're on Spotify, iTunes Music, on YouTube, everywhere where you get your podcasts. If you'd like to donate and support this program, you can find a link to donate in the description. We hope that you all have a great week. Fly high, Bomber Nation.